Lucas Ward never expected the sound of his daughter's laugh to break him, but on the first morning he stepped onto the estate disguised as a humble gardener and heard a giggle from the balcony, a giggle he hadn't heard in months. His heart clenched so hard he had to grip the handle of his rake just to stay standing. His children were only a few yards away, yet legally, emotionally, painfully out of reach. Before we continue this powerful story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to A Torch of Kindness, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. Lucas had built one of the biggest tech companies in the country, but the world never saw the price of his success, how grief after his wife's passing had pulled him into a darkness he barely escaped. By the time he recovered, his late wife's family had quietly taken custody of the kids, convinced Lucas was too unstable to be present. And that's why he was here now, disguised in worn boots and a faded cap, trimming hedges, just to steal moments with the two little souls who meant everything to him. Only one person on the staff ever looked deeper than the dirt on his gloves: Elena, the new maid, gentle but sharp-eyed, quiet but observant. She noticed how Lucas lingered near the playground. She noticed how the children instinctively drifted toward him. And she noticed something else, something darker. Victoria, Lucas's fiancée, cold, controlling always, smiling for the cameras but venomous. Behind closed doors, she claimed she wanted the children to feel safe. Yet Elena saw the fear in their eyes whenever Victoria entered the room. Still, the truth didn't fully reveal itself until one stormy afternoon, when thunder rattled the windows and tension cracked. Through the hallways, Elena heard the shouting first, then a crash, then a scream that didn't sound like a child's. It sounded like pure fear. She ran. In the corner of the playroom, Victoria towered over the children, livid after the little boy knocked over her antique vase. The girl was sobbing. The boy was shaking so hard he could barely breathe. Victoria raised her hand. Elena didn't hesitate. She stepped in front of the children, heart-pounding, her voice soft but unbreakable. Not another step. Victoria snarled, actually snarled, and lunged. But she never reached Elena. A larger hand caught her wrist. Lucas. For a moment the world froze. Water dripped from his rain-soaked jacket. His cap had fallen off, revealing exactly who he was. And his eyes, those tired, grieving, fiercely protective eyes, were locked on the only people that had ever mattered. "They're my children," he said quietly, "and I won't let anyone hurt them. Ever again." That was the twist no one on the staff saw coming. The gardener was the billionaire. The invisible man was the father. And the maid had been the only one brave enough to protect what he loved most. Legal battles followed, but this time the truth spoke, louder than money or reputation. Elena testified. Staff members came forward, and the children themselves, still trembling, clung to Lucas during the hearing in a way no court could ignore. He won custody back, but the real healing began later, on a warm evening in the garden he once hid within. Lucas cooked dinner outdoors while the kids helped Elena water the plants. No diamonds, no press, no secrets. Just people learning to be whole again. Lucas watched Elena laugh with his daughter, a soft, pure laugh he hadn't heard since before the world fell apart, and something settled inside him. Not a romantic spark, not yet. Something slower, something steadier. The realization that kindness, simple, unpolished, courageous kindness, had saved his family in a way billions of dollars never could. In the end, Lucas didn't just reclaim his children, he reclaimed hope. Because sometimes the greatest power in the world isn't wealth or fame, it's the quiet courage of one kind, heart willing to stand between fear and innocence. And that is what changes everything.